I really wanted to do another Pokemon video that was a lot like the last one because, like I said in the last video, I've been really into Pokemon as of late. I went back to Black and White, I've been playing Pokemon Arceus again, and I've been shiny hunting, which is something I have never done in my life. So I wanted to have some kind of output for this need of Pokemon. And the last video made me feel really happy when I got it done, and it made me feel fulfilled. So I wanted to do that again. So I got into the thought process of, how do I do that? What do I do that for? Well, today I am going to be drawing me and my friends as Pokemon trainers. Now, when taking this into consideration, I wanted it to be more than me just creating something. Like last time, I made starters, I gave them backgrounds and such, but I wanted to give us this feeling of completion. I wanted it to feel like us, so I tried to take everyone's favorite Pokemon and implement their abilities and what they like about that Pokemon within that. So, without further ado, I am going to start the video. The first one I started off with was me. Well, I didn't draw this one first, but I put it first in the list because if I was drawing me and my friends as Pokemon, I wanted to put me first because the others are more interesting in my opinion. I chose Eevee because Eevee's one of my favorite Pokemon, and originally I was going to have a more my stylized Eevee, but that ended up looking too furry-like, so I really tried to go to the more Pokemon style of Eevee. As I started inking, it was a pretty fast process, and I really enjoy the long and dark strokes that I make within this art style. That's why I really like Clip Studio Paint that I've started to work with recently. After the line art, I went straight into the coloring, and I took it straight from the Eevee up there and tried to implement the color scheme into my own character design. It was just me. But yeah, I tried, for every one of these, I tried to take the colors from the Pokemon and somehow implement it into the trainer, because matching colors, it brings forth this connection through Pokemon and trainer, or whatever subject you're talking about. So if you have colors matching to your Pokemon, you're going to be more connected to your Pokemon in the end. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out, and I honestly wouldn't change a lot about it because I really like the pose and I love the way I've been coloring things. Overall, not the worst thing I've drawn. For the second one, I had a bit of troubles in the beginning because my brush wasn't doing the auto pressure thing, but that fixed after a while and I began working on Carter. Carter is one of my friends that's been there the longest, and he means a lot to me, and I don't feel like I get to say that enough, so I wanted to prove this to them through this video because, I don't know, they just mean a lot to me, and everything they do is amazing. I wanted to get his feeling in there, his powerful yet caring feeling, this stoic sort of person who cares a lot and has this love for more gentle things, if you know what I mean. He loves Snivy, and he loves snakes and poison types, so I felt like it was a good move to use Snivy overall. And when I began coloring, I was originally going to give him a beard because he has one, but it ended up not looking quite right because I can't draw beards that well, so I'm sorry, Carter. But like before, I tried to take a lot of the colors from Snivy and somehow implement them into the design. That's why there's a lot of greens and pinks in his color palette. Well, pinks because Carter likes pink and it looks good. And I used the green as a sort of shader, and originally I was going to put that purple on Snivy, but it ended up not looking great. So in the end, I just stuck with the colors that was on Snivy and tried to connect the two with their color palettes, and in the end, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Very, very pretty drawing, in my opinion. Next is Brandon. I had a bit of trouble figuring out what I wanted to do for this pose because originally I wanted Joltik to be super close to the screen, but that ended up being too close to another design. And I wanted Brandon sitting there just crouching like a dork and be like, oh, I look at little Joltik. But I couldn't figure out how to do that and make it look good. So I ended up pushing him farther back and giving him a camera to film his little Joltik baby. Because Brandon's a little nerd and needs to record everything he finds. And I had to give him his trench coat because that's all he cares about. His dumb trench coat. I colored in Joltik and then I took shades and variations from its color palette and tried to match it to Brandon's vibe a bit while still keeping somewhat the same, you know? Like, look at him. He's just Brandon. He's recording his little Joltik. I'm pretty happy with this one. I like the way it came out and I feel like it really matches his vibe. He looks like a hillbilly as usual, and overall I feel like it just works. Last but certainly not least is Coleman. You see, the thing with Coleman is I asked him what Pokemon he wanted me to draw. He told me, I don't know, give me whatever. I was like, I could give you Froakie, I could give you whatever. He's like, I don't know. So, I give him God. I felt like I had to do some sort of derpy Pokemon, and I just felt like Bidoof really matched it. There was a while there that I messed with the fish lens filter, but it ended up not working, so I scrapped it pretty quickly. And then I started coloring Bidoof because he's right up there on the camera, and I just love him. Look at that dumb little face. And then there's Coleman in the background, looking all embarrassed, you know. And he's got his Jesus holding Polnareff shirt on, just not very well, not very well drawn because I didn't want to draw it very much. So there it is. And honestly, I'm really happy with this one. I love the color palettes. They meshed well together. Coleman's color palette actually worked really well with Bidoof's, and I was able to connect the colors in both aspects without making it seem too out of character for Coleman. And look at that dummy. He's so embarrassed by his Bidoof. He's so sad. He's such a dummy. All in all, this was a really fun challenge for me to do, and honestly, it didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to take me to do, so it might be something I end up doing more often because it was really fun and it was an experience for me. I really enjoyed drawing my friends as Pokemon trainers and taking aspects of them and putting them into the design while still keeping it to be them. Everything about this challenge has just been so much fun. I loved taking the colors and making them a part of both of the designs while still making sure that they kind of at least a little bit matched the person they were with, because I feel like if you take too many colors and throw them out of whack, that can completely change a person in general. I really want to do more videos. I'm not sure they're all going to be Pokemon. They've just been Pokemon these last few times because like I said, I've been obsessed with Pokemon again. I've been playing Legends Arceus non-stop, shiny hunting, just I'm just super excited for the new game that's coming out. At some point, I'd like to do some, maybe, game drawings, like I'll draw characters from my game, or draw scenes from my game, or from my show, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm trying to get these ideas together because I've never really done this before, and you don't really know how you're gonna do things until you start doing them. Which is something I've realized as of late, and I'm glad I finally decided to just start, because I need to just start. I've been wanting to do this forever, and now that I'm doing it, it feels great, and I want to do more, and everything about it is amazing. So, after this, I believe that I'm going to do some sort of, I don't know, another drawing video, of course, but I don't know what I want to do next. If anyone has any suggestions, I would appreciate them a lot. I might draw some of my own characters from my own shows. I know I already said that, but it's just something that I'm planning on doing. Ideas come from different places, so I don't mind any ideas that you give. I might do some fan art of things I enjoy, like She-Ra I've been obsessed with again lately. Attack on Titan I got obsessed with. I love Undertale. So any of these are in the bag for consideration, and I'm not going to be stopping posting because I'm really enjoying it. Alright, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll try to keep these coming out at a steady pace. Thank you for watching so much. See you next time.